good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, here to share my insights to the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like button for the YouTube algorithm and do not forget to subscribe. So now that we've seen Shiba Inu start to retrace, we've seen Bitcoin hit an all-time high. What is Shiba Inu likely to do next? Can Shiba Inu still delete a zero in the next 30 days? Let's talk about it. So let's see. First, right now we got Bitcoin at $62,695. So we've seen it retrace. We talked about this in the last video. We talked about where smart money stepped in during this in this rectangle area right here. Usually we see smart money protect its investment, but we have seen the price start to push down into this area a little bit. I talked about if the panic or the fear, uncertainty, and doubt is high enough, then we can see people start to sell off and possibly bring us to our next key support area. Where's that next key support area? 56,000 for Bitcoin. Now, our previous key support area that we seen it dip down to and find support was around that 59,000 level. I told y'all about that a few days ago. I said Bitcoin was highly overbought. Shiba Inu was highly overbought. So if we see a flash crash, do not be afraid. Look at it as a buying opportunity. Now, of course, we don't know, what's going to actually take place. We don't got a crystal ball, but we can expect that once it falls along a key support area for technical investors to step in. And that's what we seen happen. People had those buy orders set at 59,000 along that key support area, and the price quickly snapped back up to that around 64,000, 63,000 and a half range. So if we see Bitcoin continue to trade off and pull down, then most likely we can see, the rest of the market follow. But we know Shiba Inu has broken outside of trading with Bitcoin a few times. Now, with Bitcoin hitting all-time high, I'm expecting that money to start to trickle down. Remember, the same way we just seen it play out before. When we seen Bitcoin starting to rally, we started to see that money trickle through ETH, BNB, the alts, and then the OG meme coins, and then Shiba Inu. So we started to see Doge move, and then Shiba Inu started to move right behind it, but even, bigger movement. So if we pull back, key support area is 59,000. Beyond that level is 56,000. I don't really expect it to go past 56,000 in any case. Now, obviously, this is not financial advice. You got to do your own due diligence and never risk more than you're willing to lose, because I could be wrong. But this is a key support area that I'm pretty sure a lot of people will step in, getting the opportunity to get Bitcoin again at 56,000 after seeing it hit its all-time high of 69,000 today. So RSI levels are currently at a 67. So we talked about it in the last video about it potentially pulling back some more, because we've seen RSI reach resistance points of 87.62, which is in alignment with our highest levels of the relative strength index that we've seen before, telling us that it's likely to start to cool off. Like, people are likely going to start to sell and lock in profits, especially if we get some type of negative catalyst or some fear taking place. We've seen Coinbase shut off the buy feature, or whatever you're going to call it, allegedly turn off the buy feature for a while. So a lot of people, retail investors, weren't able to buy the dip. So with them not being able to buy the dip, that caused a lot of people to panic and continue to sell their positions. So, hopefully y'all are not getting tricked by that. If you see the price pull back, you can look at it as a discount, a buying opportunity, if you are someone who's a long-term investor and you believe cryptocurrency will go up in the future. So we could see Bitcoin continue to pull back a little more. Where did we find support last time on the RSI levels? When Bitcoin hit a 65. So we are right at about that point. We are at a 67. So about 2 more points on the RSI. That's where our support level is. Let's see. So we might see it, wick down just or start to retrace just a little bit more to try to shake people out again, to get some of those to hit some of those stop losses, trigger some of those stop losses, get people knocked out. Because, there are people that are, betting also in futures that Shib's price will go up, not just by holding Shiba Inu, but betting futures contracts. And when they do that, they're using leverage to bet that Shiba Inu's price will go up or down. And this quick movements like this can stop investors out, especially when it pulls all the way back to those key support levels. It's triggering people's stop losses to wipe them out, to get them liquidated. So you only have to worry about that if you're someone trading futures or using leverage. But if you're not using that, then you don't have to worry about that part. So I'm expecting Bitcoin to find some support along this RSI pretty soon. which, you know, will give us a mini cool off, but that's still in overbought territory. So we still got to be cautious right there. But with us seeing higher prices, you know, I wouldn't be mad at anybody for taking advantage of those discounts. But remember, never put it all in at one time. You want to be able to continue the dollar cost average on the way down if it does continue to pull back. So now let's just go straight to Shib. We got Ethereum at 34.84, BNB 387, Solana at 119, XRP 58 cents, Cardano 67 cents, Doge 14 cents. Shiba Inu at that 325 level right now, down 4.3% after being up 200% in the last 7 days, y'all. So now we're going to pull out our indicators on Shiba Inu and, you know, try to determine what's likely to happen. You know, where will its price likely head next on the low end, on the high end? You know, can it potentially still delete a zero in the next 30 days? Now, remember, when we talked about that, whenever we're doing technical analysis, you have to remember, yes, you can do technical analysis to a certain extent with meme coins, but meme coins are a lot more volatile than traditional stocks. And when a negative catalyst comes out, a negative piece of information that people didn't account for, you have to recalibrate, reanalyze your analysis of what is likely to happen. With this Coinbase situation taking place, we definitely have to reanalyze, you know, what we see, because that is a big deal. For them to turn off the buy feature, preventing people from being able to buy the dip and causing more people to panic and sell their positions, that affects us. Okay, so we seen Shib pull down to, let's get our support areas. We're just gonna mark up the chart right now. We're gonna see where did it pull down to. So we seen it go to about 2,500 points per coin, which is a key support level, psychological support level. Any of those, you know, 25, 20, you know, 30, 35, 40, 45, any of those levels, those are areas you can expect people to be having, you know, limit orders placed. Meaning they have an order ready to go. If the price pulls down to that level, the exchange or whatever software they're using will automatically fill the order. So we got the price pulled down to that 2,500. We seen it pop up. We seen it pop up to 45. So that's 2,000 points per coin worth of movement right there in this one candle. Sheesh, that's volatility right there, y'all. So we talked about Shib being able to move fast. So I'm not really worried about, because we pulled down to this, you know, where we're sitting at right now, 3,200 points per coin level, us not being able to, you know, regain that momentum that we were seeing. This is just giving other people that missed the boat the opportunity to either get in now or, you know, a chance to lock in some profits at that top. And if those that sold at Bitcoin's all-time high, and then the ability to buy back in at a discount. So also the same thing. Notice how we seen Bitcoin have money where people stepped in, where smart money stepped in to buy it at. We see the same thing happen with Shib. So shout out to everybody that caught those dips. So we seen it bounce from 25 to 3,200 points per coin. That's smart money right there. People that are taking advantage of that discount. So likely the price will, you know, try to find support in this area. If it doesn't, then it will likely move back down to around that 2,500 points per coin level. Remember though, also that 3,000 points per coin level is a key psychological support. So we might, you know, we test that 3,000 level first before we just go back down there. And even when I talked about this yesterday, I said, if, you know, a worst case scenario, not financial advice, but, you know, it looked like 3,000 points per coin level was that next support level. So right now, you know, we're hovering around that area at 3,200 points per coin. So slightly above where we talked about it pulling back yesterday if we did see a flash crash. So a lot of y'all, let me know where y'all paying attention and prepare for that flash crash when we talked about it on the channel. Let me know in the comment section. Also, make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. We need 2,000 likes on this video. We need to make sure these videos get pumped out in the algorithm so more people that are uncertain, fearful, or doubtful of Shib and how the markets will play out can find this information and possibly get a little more confident to hold on through these tough times and not get easily shaken out. So it's 100% free to subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you get this information first. And also, you know, share the content and hit that like button. So now that we got our resistance point and our support areas marked down, we can pull out our Bollinger Bands. So now let's take a look at what our Bollinger Bands are telling us. So Shib's price trading well above the Bollinger Bands right now. We literally have today's candle trading outside the upper Bollinger Band at that 3,000 points per coin level. So right now our upper Bollinger Band is looking like a support level. So if it does come down to that 3,000 points per coin level, I wouldn't be shocked. Some of y'all, not financial advice, but if you want to set limit orders at 3,000 points per coin just to see if you get filled, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Also, remember with limit orders, you can set it a little bit lower sometimes or a little bit higher to make sure you get filled, but you can set it a little bit lower to try to get even more of a discount just in case it does pull back a little more. Now, I'm not telling you to do this, just saying, that's one thing people do. So we see our upper Bollinger Band being used as a support, which we know that 95% of the time the price has to trade within the upper and lower Bollinger Band. It does go out sometimes, but we know that it wants to stay within that channel. So either the Bollinger Bands are going to have to expand in this next, candle to encompass this one, or we will be seeing the price start to retrace. Also, take a look at that volume. We got a ton of selling pressure right there. That volume, that selling candle is, even bigger than those bullish candles that we have in front of it. So keep that in mind as well. A lot of selling pressure here. A lot of selling pressure. So it really depends. We're going to be probably following Bitcoin closely at this point. We know Shib can break free from Bitcoin, but there's manipulation going on, and that's kind of hard to account for when Coinbase is turning off the buy feature. How do we say how much people will step in and buy, or at what point people will step in and buy if most of retail can't access the buy button? There are a few buys I'm hearing that have slipped through, but more people are telling me that they aren't able to purchase. And this is why I keep telling y'all, tap in to get my crypto one-on-one course. I give you a well-rounded understanding of cryptocurrency investing, as well as how to access the DeFi side of crypto as well. So that way you're safe, that way you're in control of your assets, and that way you don't have to be at the mercy of these exchanges and the games that they like to play. So Shiba Inu are mid Bollinger Band. So worst case scenario, let's say Bitcoin pulls down to that 56,000 level we talked about. Bitcoin's mid Bollinger Band. Shiba Inu's mid Bollinger Band is at 1441. So worst case scenario, I expected to probably find some support at the 3,000 points per coin level. But if we continue to slightly trend or downtrend with Bitcoin, then we can possibly see 2,500 points per coin. But if we break through that level right there, y'all, we might, pull all the way back to 1441. Now, I'm not so much upset if that happens because I'm a long-term investor, but I know what that would do to the community's morale. So, hopefully we can kind of keep this going. But if we do get, pulled down to that area, I hope a lot of y'all can understand how much of a buying discount that will be, especially y'all that bought in these higher areas. You'll be able to bring your average cost down. And then we know we got the Bitcoin halving still coming up. So that the prices are likely to rally again. We might get stagnant for a week or so like that if people, get bearish or, just a little unmotivated. But as we get closer and closer to that Bitcoin halving, people are going to jump up with excitement, and you're going to start to see FOMO. You're going to start to see those green candles come back in. So watch the markets closely during this time period as we lead up to the Bitcoin halving. You want to be subscribed. You want to have notifications on so you don't miss out on any of this information. So we got 1441 on a pretty much, worst case scenario. And this is what I would be saying. If we seen something like that play out, that would remind me of what happened right here during that May 2021 time. Remember when we seen Shib, start to spike during May, and then it retraced, it pulled all the way back during this time period right here before it broke out during fall and hit its all-time high. We could be seeing something like that, but the only reason why I'm thinking, it's a little different is because the Bitcoin halving is still in front of us. So to get this type of movement in front of the Bitcoin halving is, a little exciting, y'all. It's a little crazy and exciting, letting us know that things could get really wild. Things might be very volatile, but they can get really wild. So bear case scenario, 3,000 points per coin, 2,500 points per coin, and then worse, 1441. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm just saying what the chart is saying to me. Now, bull case, we are sitting around at 32 points right now. If we can get people to get excited again, if we can get Coinbase to stop turning off the buy feature and scaring the out of everybody, we might, start to, that 3,500 points per coin level was supposed to be our support on the way down. When we made it above these 4,500 points per coin, we were supposed to see support at 4,000 points per coin as well as 3,500 points per coin. But that Coinbase madness, it shook a lot of people. So I'm expecting us to possibly pop above 3,500 points per coin, hold some support there. If we can keep people excited and bullish on what's to come for Shib, then we could possibly, right where we see this resistance on these candles, that might become our new support. So we could see something like this play out. So price is here. We end up breaking back above this level, probably retest 4,000 points per coin before selling off, finding support. Because remember, we want it to breathe. We want a healthy way. We want to staircase our way up. So then we retrace, test that 3,500 points per coin level. People get excited again. People like to buy the tops. That's when, Coinbase might, turn back on the buy feature and leave it alone. We might see it, start to test that 4,000 points per coin. And if we can get that 4,000 points per coin, people will be very, very uncertain at that level. A lot of people will be afraid. People might even, some people who've seen it drop all the way back down to the threes, even at 2,500 points per coin level, those people may, say, what, forget it. I'm going to just sell and take what I got right here, because those gains were too nice to see, and I wouldn't want to give it all back, especially some of those people who were in the bull market who bought or, seeing gains in 2021 and end up seeing it retrace all the way back down. Some of those people, won't be willing to go on that potential or risk that journey again. They'd rather just take what they have at this point and walk off. Now, that could be the case. But if we continue to keep the community bullish and excited and continue to let them know the possibilities, then, yeah, we can rally above that 4,000 points per coin level. Think about it. A lot of people thought we were toast yesterday after the Coinbase situation happened. We bounced right up. We were up today to 4,300 points per coin. So, it shows that, the markets can step back in. I think a lot of people are just uncertain and trying to see what's going to happen next. So I'm thinking, let's look at our RSI as well. Let's get more of our indicators up. Also, if you want to learn how to interpret the data on a chart, email me DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com, so that way you can take advantage of my mega discount for my community right now on the 3 courses I have available. My technical analysis course, teaching you how to interpret the data on the charts, understanding what's likely to happen next. It's not a crystal ball, but it's almost like having one, because you have an edge and advantage over most people who don't know this information. So we seen Shib's RSI level hit 98 approximately. Previous all-time high levels, we seen the RSI get to around 93. So that tells you we are very, very overbought with Shib. So keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind. Shiba Inu is overbought. When it's overbought, it's likely to see one of those little flashes, those flash crashes. So, we could possibly pull back even more with it being this overbought, and at least probably pull back down to a 70 on the RSI and use this area as a support, or like a 70, around that 74 area. But man, we are on fire right now. So it did pull down from a 97 to an 84. That is a little cool off. We could start to find the support there and, gain some momentum from here. But it's just very overbought. The technicals say, when it's overbought, people are likely to start taking profits. And this is the thing too. At any scare, that can get people to close out those positions and not want to continue, to diamond hand. So we got to take that into account as well. The fear and greed index at a 90, extreme greed levels. When the market is greedy, it's time to be fearful, so keep that in mind as well. This is why I recommend y'all having multiple bags, short-term, mid-term, and long-term, multiple bags of each. So that way you can take advantage of different plays. Now, I understand everybody doesn't have the funds to be able to do that, but, that's just one of the ways you can go about this. Now, RSI overbought, volume, heavy selling pressure, fear and greed high. Everything is pointing to the price retracing. So we're at 32 right now. Maybe we do, test 3,000, 2,500 points per coin again. We see where that gets us on our RSI levels. If that can cool us off a little bit more. And then I'll feel more confident about us continuing up. Especially if Bitcoin is still retracing, we might see a little more retracement in a short period of time. Maybe over the next 24 to 48 hours, we might see some retracement, around 3,000 points per coin or 2,500 points per coin. We might see it consolidate in that area before gaining momentum to be able to break out to those next levels. And then we see, 4,000s again, people get back excited. We hit that $2.5 trillion market cap level again. Bitcoin goes back to all-time highs. Bitcoin halving. I say over the next week, really depends, but over the next, week or so, we might fight our way back into this 4,500 points per coin level. Now, it could happen a lot sooner, but with the FUD that's taking place right now, we got to figure out what's going on with Coinbase, why they keep turning off this buy button. And that's another thing we got to take that's weighing on us as well. People not being able to buy when the price is falling is going to let the price continue to fall lower. So that's what I'm expecting, a pullback within or a consolidation or a pullback within the next 24 to 48 hours before, people, start to catch on to the games they're playing. And, Bitcoin probably starts to rally again and we work our way up. Because remember, Bitcoin hit all-time high. So that money's going to work its way down and come back into Shiba Inu eventually. So next 30 days, 4,500 points per coin. We see Bitcoin go to 75K or something crazy, 80K, 100K. See, we just lost out on a lot of momentum with Coinbase playing those games. So let's see where we would have to get to in order to delete that next zero within 30 days. And y'all remember, this is all for fun. This is not financial advice. Do your own due diligence. Never risk more than you're willing to lose, Crypto is highly, highly volatile. So we would have to go up another... So we would go up another 210%, basically another 200% to delete that zero. Is that possible? Absolutely, it is possible. We just seen Shiba Inu go 105% in one day. So to do another 200% over the next 30 days, it is possible. So there is a possibility, but we got to be careful for market conditions. So don't overextend yourself. Don't do anything too risky. Be smart about it. Also, keep some funds to be able to buy the dip just in case, because remember, we are still in overbought territory. Look at that RSI. I would love for it to be sitting at a 35 right now, where we know that we're oversold and, we're sitting at these prices, but we got to listen to what the chart is telling us. So just keep what I'm saying in mind. Yes, it is possible. Shib could still delete a zero in the next 30 days. 200% from where we are right now. What would that market cap put us at? So we are at a $19 billion market cap. So we would be somewhere around like a $60 billion market cap. Let's see where that would put us. So that would put us at number 4. Do we think Shiba Inu can surpass Solana, XRP, USDC, Cardano, Doge? Absolutely, we think it's possible, but it's not going to be easy, y'all. We have to have the entire community working together. We can get our Facebook community, our TikTok community, our Reddit community, all in the YouTube community, all working together in the Twitter community. We can do it. I can see us getting up there. Shiba Inu making history again. That money's going to flow down. People are excited. We would, especially if we get to see a little pullback, a little cool off period, a little more, we definitely could be, giving us a little resting period to charge up and blast off again, or like to be able to refuel and blast off again. So that would put us right above BNB at current price levels. But if we seen Shiba Inu move up to that level, most likely BNB will be increasing as well. So That doesn't change the fact though that we could possibly be at a $60 billion market cap and go 200%. It just means the rest of the market will be up as well. So yes, it is possible, y'all. I would say it's possible, but use extreme caution. And remember, this is not financial advice. Oh, my bad. I had to screen out adjusted. Remember, this is not financial advice. You know, I could be wrong. Let me show y'all these market caps. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. So BNB's market cap right there, you can see 58 billion. Next one is Tether at 100. So that would, if everything stayed where it's at and Shib went up to $60 billion market cap, we would be number 4. So Shiba Inu might be heading to become a top 5 cryptocurrency, y'all. We've done it before. It could happen again. Tap in with me if you want to take advantage of this mega discount on my courses, DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Make sure you smash the like button so this travels in the algorithm. And we